Hello, people, and we are back with the expansion franchise here with the Houston Wranglers. It has been a while. Had some knee surgeries to deal with, recovery time, get everything sorted, but we are excited to end NHL 25 in style with an expansion franchise, and no better place than Houston. As just like with our Salt Lake City franchise, the year after the Utah Hockey Club came to flourish, there have been talks that Houston should be the next NHL expansion franchise, so we'll see if that can come to fruition at all. Now, there is some heavy choices we're going to have to make here in year one. We could go for it all. Just go for a all veteran squad. But with no prospects in our prospect pool, I definitely would like to get some young guys in this expansion draft. Anaheim, Alex Gillorn. He would be a good third line center, but not at over $6 million. Robbie Fabry, not gonna happen. Justin Bailey, no. Mysak, not really the potential I'm looking for. John Gibson, really, he's only have 2 years left, and he could be trade bait too. So I think we're going to go with John Gibson with Anaheim. Oliver Wahlstrom from Boston. Still looking for a chance to break out. It could happen. The guy went viral when he was like 12 years old for some nasty hands. Jacob Bernard Docker. 23-year-old right-hand shot defenseman. That could be too tempting. Lafferty, we don't know him too well. I think, Bernard Docker is going to be our guy. It's pretty hard to develop and find right-handed defensemen that can last a while in the league. Very few to come by. Kevin Ball, Calgary. 6'6" giant back there. Alright, we'll take that. Carolina. Ooh, Shane Gostisbehere. Could be a top pairing defenseman for us for under $4 million. That is tempting. But then you got Yemi. He can be a third, second line center. Locked up long term and under $5 million. That might be too good to take too. That is interesting. The former Vancouver Giant Jordan Martinook right there too. I think we're probably going to have to go with Katiniemi. Dunlear is there, but not really the overall we'd like to see at that age. Yurtar Gachkov, probably butchered the hell out of that, but with John Gibson and Gachkev, I think there's going to be a better goalie option out there. So we're going to go with our first initial instinct. Yes, Barry Gatiniemi. Welcome to the Houston Wranglers. Now Chicago. They don't really have much for players. So Arvid Soderblom could be the backup or the AHL starter. Colorado, Ryan Lindgren's there. But Jack Drury, another young center that we could take a chance on. Columbus, Provorov's there. He's a UFA. I'm not going to take the chance. He's probably not going to want to resign. Jordan Harris, a young defenseman. Could be our 6D man. Some depth. Oilers. Not really a whole lot from Edmonton here. A lot is protected. But you go with a fourth liner, Janmark, and the penalty killer. Now, Florida's tough. Sam Bennett is there. He's going to want to raise. You never know if he's going to want to sign with a new team in the free agency. He could just test. But man, oh man, Sam Bennett, he's just so tempting to take. Can we risk trying to sign him, or do we lose him and waste a pick in their expansion draft for nothing? Now, Minnesota, I told you we would have a goalie. Philip Gustafsson, Jordan Spence from LA. Montreal, Alex Newhook is there. Very tempting. Josh Anderson, bruising power forward and third, fourth line. Good for the playoffs. Got Harvey Pinard, Lindstrom. Ooh, there's a prospect we could look to build on. Joshua Roy, Waugh, 20 years old. We'll take him. From Nashville, we're going to Grigory Denisenko. He's had some interesting franchise history. He can turn into a top six forward. He's just a late bloomer. From New Jersey, the veteran Brett Pesce, Alexander Romanov. I'm going to take the left-handed shot D-man, put him on the power play. Now the Rangers, Will Tooley. They left this man unprotected, and he is going to be a dominant player. Oh, he is going to be their prototypical power forward, bruising. They also left Braden Schneider unprotected. Oh my goodness, what are the Rangers thinking? We're going to make them pay for that. Now, Ottawa, David Perron, veteran. We have one more year left on his contract. Could be a rental. Someone we could sell at the deadline if it's not a good start to the year. Ridley Gregg and Shane Pinto, two young centers. Shane Pinto's got a little more size, right hand shots. Ridley Gregg, he can play the wing and the center. And he's just a couple of years more younger, so I think Ridley Gregg is going to be our option here. A little bit smaller, but we got some players with size we're ready to take. And from the Flyers, we're going to go with Jacob Belchier, the former Flame first round pick. Pittsburgh, not a whole lot here with the Penguins as well. Yes, you got Connor Duard to be a fourth line center. Emil Benstrom, we're taking a look at. Vasily Bonomarov. Wazats. Aho. We kind of already got 5 centers. Could take a defensive prospect, but we're pretty loaded on D right now. But a lot of them are young. What do you got, Pittsburgh? Who do you got? Give me something here. Where is someone that could be a penalty killer? A good depth piece. Third line scoring, we'll go with Emil Benstrom. San Jose, this one, a little interesting too. Not a whole lot to pick from. But we're going to go with Jack Thompson. Possible top 6 defenseman in the NHL next year. St. Louis, going to be a division rival. You got Cam Fowler there. Alex Texier. Trupchenko. Someone with size. There's going to be a bruise in fourth line. Third line player. We will take that. Tampa, we're definitely going to need a second line scoring winner. Oliver Bjorkstrand. And if we struggle too, he could be a rental. He's going to have 1 year left going into next season on his contract. We could be alright with selling him off at the deadline if we have to. Yeah, a couple of prospects, second round pick and return. Depends on the year he's having. Toronto, Jake McCabe. He's got a 5-year extension. David Kampf. Lawrence. Bobby McCann. Definitely he's got some size. I could be on the penalty kill. Who else does Toronto have here? You know what? I'm thinking Bobby McCann. No one else is really sticking out here. Bobby McCann. I'll take him. A workhorse for Toronto. And easy peasy right here. John Marino from Utah. No one else to really look at. 27 years old. 84 overall. 2 years left. Under $5 million salary. That could work as a trade piece. Now from Vancouver, Besser. UFA, Pedersen, he's extended. Bluter. Drew O'Connor is always tempting. He's so fast for so big. 6'3" in speed, that's huge. And I think we're going to go with Adu Ratu. See if we can give him a shot as a potential top 6 center. In a couple of years, let him grow. Vegas, William Carlson, Zach Whitecloud. Some defensive depth. We'll take that. or trade bait to. Washington. Tom Wilson is exposed. Matt Waugh. Rasmus Sandin is exposed, 24 years old. From the left side. Oh man, our defense is looking pretty solid, people. Cole Perfetti is exposed. A division rival. Oh, we're gonna have to make them pay on that one. That is ridiculous. How can you let him leave Winnipeg? What are you thinking? Oh my goodness. Well, we got some interesting names on this expansion list, people. There's a good mix of talent here. It's going to be a solid top 6, a solid 1A, 2A in the nets. And he got goalie depth here too. Top 6 might need one more winner, possibly 2, but all in all, it's a solid foundation here in Houston. As they say, everything's bigger in Texas. Let's head to the draft here, and we try and find a way to use one of these goalies as trade bait, but no one wants any bites. So John Marino, we're going to use him as trade bait here, and the Rangers are interested. And they want to give up a first round pick and a prospect. So we're going to make that trade here. We get Henderson and a first round pick for Marino. And Ivan Demidov goes first overall to Anaheim. Zach Daugherty to San Jose. They got number 2 and 3 picks. My goodness. Now Chicago. Oh man, San Jose. Those lucky SOBs. Cole Eiserman goes to Chicago. And you got 6'7" defenseman Anton Silev. Or top 6. High potential Michael Head. Could be like a low elite. Gabe Perreault is there. 6'7" defenseman. Not really gonna do anything special. That's so tough. Marcus Naslund. Favorite player growing up. Similar style. We're gonna give him a shot. Michael Hedge. Welcome as the very first pick of the Houston Wranglers. Now, let's see here. Artemov goes next. Perreault to Montreal. Utah. Connolly. Silev, he goes to number 9. He did drop a little bit there. Surin at number 10. Alright, so let's go all the way to 31 here. Who do we got available? And a Russian center, Vladimir Medvednov. We'll try. We'll say it's that. And then you got Ludwig Johnson. Oliver Moore. Mikhail Yegorov, 6'5", already 18 years old. A possible elite goalie. And with no goalie prospects, that's going to be hard to turn down. That's going to be too tempting. We are going to take him. And possibly goalie of the future here for the Wranglers. And second round pick. You got Charlie Stramel, center right wing. Alright, you got the 5'9" Jaden Perron, playmaker. We'll see what he can do. And the third round we go. Number 69. Who's going to be lucky? Number 69. Luke Nielsen, 5'10", left shot D-man. Similar to a Twin Hughes style build. Howard Bartlett, Spoil. Yeah, we'll go with Nielsen. And round 4, we got Mike Levin there, 5'8", 18 years old. Almost drafting like the Montreal Canadiens right now. Last 3 picks, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". Let's see if we can get some size. No, we don't need another goalie right now. Caden Bishop is there as well. Braden Clymer, 6'1". Defenseman from the right-hand side. Hopefully that can show some signs of a steal. Sixth round pick, Madison Leslie. I don't know how he never got picked higher or at all in the last 2 drafts in real life, because he did dominate in the WHL. And for some reason, teams just didn't want to take him. Now, number 7, Colby Lau. We'll take a chance on him in the 7th round as a backup in the future. So let's in the draft here. And there you have it. Year 1 draft. There are our picks. Not too shabby to get our prospect class started. And heading into a re-signing phase. There's not going to be anyone that we're not going to offer, honestly. Everyone's going to have a shot in year 1 to prove if they can stay on the team. Or if they're going to be trade bait. Or next season, we're just going to let walk into free agency to clear up some cap. Denisenko is there. Jack Thompson, yes. Qualify you as well. Wallstrom. See if you can go back to being a YouTube sensation in a Houston Wranglers jersey. And UFA is just Sam Bennett. Alright, Sam Bennett. Let's see what money you want. Oh yeah, we also got to qualify Soderblom. Depth and net right there. Now, initially his contract, that is a steal. If you can get Sam Bennett for that. But we know we really do want to keep him on the team. Possibly a captain for this squad. So hopefully he wants to stay on for at least 5 years. Take him to 33. We are fine with that. And there you have it. Sam Bennett takes the money. So now we got to look at Will Cooley. And this one a little more. But I think if we can get him to 7 at a 5-year deal, I think we can do that just no problem. And hopefully he wants to resign to that. It's almost like a little bridge deal there. We'll take him to be in the UFA. But if we don't make the playoffs in 5 straight years, I think he should be getting traded anyway for something to help the future. Romanov, we also got to sign Ball. I know I've tried resigning Romanov in the past out of RFAs, and he's always tended to never sign, so that's always worrisome there. He always seems to be on a contending team right away. Maverick Bork, potential second line center. And looking at the free agency list, you got the top KHL player, Marner, Besser, Granlund, Orlov, Jamie Benn, Jonathan Drouin, Nelson, Smith. Interesting choices here. Now Brock Besser, I feel like we could go after. Wants another 5-year deal. We could get him just around 7 mil. He would be in that free agent class with Bennett and Cooley. He'd be in that window, you could say, that we're shooting for. And if nothing happens, and after year 4, then he gets traded. Romanov is coming aboard, people. That's huge. That's going to be a huge help to our top 4. And looking at the signings here so far through free agency, nothing too crazy. And out of the woods, CC to New Jersey, York back in Philly. Alright, everyone's just trying to re-sign him. Jamie Benn goes to Tampa. And there's the look at our AHL depth here for the Wranglers. So our AHL squad is filling out nicely. And just the beta addition with Brock Besser. And you got Will Cooley, Bennett, Besser, Rasmussen, Perfetti, Bjorkstrand, Jackie Bork, and Greg. Not bad for top 9. But our goalie tandem should be our top. If a freaking controller here works, come on, where are you? There it is. Offensively, we got some depth. Defensively, it's pretty solid. Definitely top 6. Will Cooley, I'm expecting him to have a huge breakout year. AHL squad, we got some depth there. Alexandrov, Ratty, Denisenko, Peltier, Benstrom. I'm excited about those guys. They can get called up if needed. And defensively, Harris, Thompson, Ulevy, All guys that we could call up if needed, if injuries. But Zach Whitecloud, he is 7th D-man right now, and he's making 2.6 mil as 7th D. I feel like we could just get something for him instead. So a 2nd and a 5th, and then this draft coming up. It's tempting. What other options we got out there? Cop, no. 2/3. Alright. We're gonna take it. 2nd and a 5th. We'll take that. Now for leadership group, you got Sam Bennett, Brock Besser, and Brett Pesci will be your A's here in year 1. No captains in year 1. He wants to lead this squad. Alrighty, people. Let us know how you think this roster is going to handle out in year 1. Until then, we are excited to be back and hope you enjoy this journey with us for the rest of the summer. Till next time, people. Peace.